So hi, the second part of my rocking box sequence is I often add some different variations in to help either the side of the waist or to help some more rotation and also to help the inner thighs. So the first variation I'm going to do is based on the frog position. So I'm back into my box position, knees are wide, big toes touching, hands are one hand further forwards. I'm just going to sit back into what I call the rocking frog. I've got some external rotation at the hip. Now I'm just going to help a little bit more for the side of the back by taking both hands over to my left. This is my right side, and as I sit back, I'm going to try and make sure my hips are staying square. I'm trying to make sure my hips are staying level, and I get a little bit of stretch through the side on my right, and then come forward. Try to make sure you don't shift or twist. So again, for some people, the stretch isn't strong enough. People are more flexible, might find this not having much effect. That's okay. But if you are tight in the Quadratus lumborum, sometimes this helps. The knees being wide in the frog seems to help me make sure I don't shift or twist too much. So I'm taking both hands to my right side now, and as I sit back, I'm trying to make sure my hips, my pubic bone aligns with the middle of my knees, the middle lines of my feet, my big toes. And I'm finding a little bit of a stretch in my left lower back. Again, I'm just going to ease in and out of it a couple of times, allowing my breath to help me. So on the out breath, I sit down, breathing in, coming forwards, and out breath, sitting down. Good. I'm now going to find a rocking box pattern for my inner thigh. I'm going to change direction so I've got somewhere to place my feet and knees. And this one is important that I start in box position, meaning again, my arms are directly underneath my shoulders. They're not too far forwards. So I've got my arms, hands underneath my shoulders. I'm going to take my leg out to the side. I'm trying to get that little toe down, but be comfortable. The back foot, the toe can be tucked under or it can be flat, but just notice it's in alignment, so it's back behind my knee. So what I'm going to do is I've changed my toe so it's tucked under. That seems to work better for me sometimes. I'm just moving forwards and back, shifting my body weight forwards and back. And as I shift my body weight forwards and back, I'm getting work through my inner thigh. Again, this foot, make sure it's comfortable. Sometimes it feels better if you rotate a little bit, so you can see my big toes come up and then my big toe back down. Sometimes it's going to feel better if you just keep the foot there, sitting in and out of the movement. Again, using your out breath to allow you to sit down into it. I'm just going to move across now, so I've got some space. I'm going to take my leg out to the side, again trying to make sure my big toe and little toe sides down. Again, check what you want to do this back foot to make sure it's comfortable. And again, finding your out breath and in breath. So through the video, I might be doing 5, I might be doing 8 of each move and pattern, depending how much chat I've got to do. But again, for you, anything between 6 and 8, or even 5 and 10 of each movement, what feels right for you, what feels comfortable. Okay, so and then combine that with a thread the needle exercise. So what I'm going to do is again get into a good box position. Again, the hands can't be too far forwards. I'm going to take the ball behind my wrist. I'm going to put my hand on top of it, and as I breathe out, I thread the needle, I roll the ball away, and I'm trying to drop my shoulder down to the mat between my 2 knees, and an in breath, I draw it back through. So as I breathe out, push the ball away, in breath, pull the back through. Now this elbow's bending. I'm getting some work through that arm and that shoulder, through that wrist. And it's giving me upper body rotation. I'm trying to make sure my hips don't shift. I'm trying not to let them swing from side to side. So again, trying to keep the weight into your 2 knees equal. It's going to give you that idea, did you shift? Okay, let's go to the other side. Again, making sure arms direct, hands on top, breath in and out, breath roll. I'm looking underneath my armpits. I push the ball away and breathing in, I'm drawing back through. out breath, I'm trying to drop my shoulder down to the floor so it sits between my two knees. An in breath, pulling back through. I'm trying to make sure I'm not shifting my hips from side to side. I'm trying to keep the weight in the two knees steady. That's it. So last one of these, out breath, push the ball away, get that rotation, and in breath coming through. I combine those two moves now into a good exercise. It's a great prep for shoulder strength. I'm going to take my leg out to the side. Same leg, same hand takes the ball. I'm going to start it on my rib cage here, and as I breathe in, I'm going to reach up and push the ball onto the ceiling, and then out breath coming around. I'm just going to skip back, hopefully you can see a little bit more, and leg out to the side, and then again in breath coming up, push the ball to the ceiling to get the arms into one straight line, and then out breath, sit around and tap. In breath, one straight line, so I'm lifting out of the bottom hand, and out breath through and round. In breath coming up, pressing to the ceiling, out breath down. Don't think about going backwards, think about going up. Up is going to get the exercise correct. Good, let's come do that to the other side. Getting a bit limited for space, but leg out to the side. Again, starting from the ribs, in breath up, pushing into one super straight line, and out breath, rotate around, maybe tap the sides of the ribs. In breath coming up, I'm going to look to the ball, I'm going to reach, and out breath, tap under. I'm going to do 4 more. Good, and I've finished. So that's some variations on the rocking box sequence.